Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Friday the 10th of April 2020. Thanks for joining me. I'm using the Crystal Unicorn Tarot. Let's have a look at what these cards want you to be aware of. Got the Knight of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups in reverse. The Knight of Cups doesn't really know what he's doing emotionally. He's got this armor on, which means he's expecting kind of trouble, emotional trouble. The cup just rests precariously on his back, so feelings could go and fall by the wayside or become lost. Very easy to have an emotional reaction if this is all the security you give your emotions. Crystal there, I think grounding would help. And the purple mane, you're all intuition. You're very much about feeling what's going on and tapping into the kind of zeitgeist at the moment, which isn't all bad, isn't all good. If you watch the news, it'll seem all bad. If you watch the news consistently, like 24/7, and then you get into the conspiracy theories and all of those kind of things, it's not great. I think what you need to cultivate at this time is a sense of security within yourself, so you can hang on to, that isn't just predetermined by other people. What grounds you? Is it crystals? Is it realizing that you are human too? What is it that grounds you? That's a good question today, because the Nine of Pentacles, you can work with crystals, you can work with the physical stuff. You're in charge, and you can amount a lot of joy, prosperity, success, a wonderful daily routine today. So if you start working on something, you're really going to see a positive outcome. So rather than feeling your way through the day, focus on what you can practically do and work with others. The falcon is got its hood on and the unicorn is kind of checking on it. Little snail saying, don't be discouraged, just keep going. Sometimes things take a little bit longer than they usually do. And then finally, we've got the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is love that doesn't last very long. It's love that's there for right now. So it's Mr. or Mrs. right for right now. We've got the caduceus, the medical symbol there of healing. And we've got the lion, strength, wings, freedom. So when the card is this way around, it's saying that if you take your emotional kind of vulnerability and check that and focus on what you can achieve in a practical sense instead, through that, either the connection with your work or the connection with someone else who appears, you're able to heal a part of you, reveal strength you didn't know you had, and give you a sense of freedom from your feelings. But it's in reverse. So the feelings do play a big part in today. And look, now that the card's in reverse, it forms a love heart. So this is no longer love that's temporary, it's love that's real. It's still strong, but the wings are upside down. So it's not about going anywhere. You're staying put. You're strong. You bring the healing energy in by loving other people. So these cards influence the middle card. The tarot is really easy to read for a lot of you guys who want to read it. I think what people struggle with is making sense of things, like putting it all together as a story. And you can either do it like 1, 2, 3 in this direction, or you can say the two cards influence the central theme, or you can say these two negate and mitigate this theme, or these two. It's however you feel the cards want to tell their story. And in this case, we've got love that's assured to you and that shows you strength in your life. that you can work on practically. So it's either doing something that you care about or working with someone you care about or working towards someone you meet who you then care about. It's work and nurture together. And here we have emotional vulnerability. So when you're emotionally vulnerable, that's not the best time to fall in love, because you're putting yourself at risk. If you're emotionally strong and confident, then that's great. You can get into a relationship and that's fine. So here we have true love and here we have emotional vulnerability. So it's yin yang, it's up and down, black and white. The way to find balance in the day is not to totally focus on your feelings and, oh, I'm not good enough and I won't be able to do this speech and I don't have the emotional resources to deal with all of this, versus, oh, this is what I absolutely love to do. I want to keep doing this for the rest of my life. I love this person. I feel so strongly about it. If you don't want to go down these extreme routes, the big focus ought to be a working relationship or something you work with. Easy does it, left foot, right foot. If the ego comes in and says, you have to do this now, otherwise you're going to lose the love of your life forever, then you can be assured that that is your ego trying to mess things up for you in terms of the emotional. And if you get something, guidance that's quiet and that you've heard before, that says, do this practically, try and listen to that voice and see what it's telling you to work on. Pentacles are the element of earth and they rule money and your career, your vocation, how you spend your days. It can be your routine. So whether you're disciplined and you get up at 8 and you feed the dog at 8:02 and then you start cooking the eggs at 8:05, or it can be that you have a very relaxed routine and you want to change that to make it more structured or less structured, and it's also your health. So focus on those practical sides of things and don't become discouraged easily, because you're going to be able to reap the rewards of looking into this area on the day. So get practical. You'll find emotional freedom by doing that. And you actually have something to show for it at the end of the day. The crystal is no longer hidden. It's now out for everyone to see. Number-wise, court card is 1 and 9 is 10. 10 and 2 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 is about new beginnings and communication. So start something new in terms of work that involves communication, not your feelings. Ideally, communication is taking lots of information in, breaking it down, making sense of it, or communicating things. You putting information out there, whether it's a press release or whether it's submitting your script to the admissions or to the publishers. That's you putting information out there. If that's your work, then you're especially blessed. So again, job interviews, anything that involves work and you communicating and coming across in a positive way. You come across as put together, elegant, like you know what you're doing. If you have to wing it today for whatever reason, you're able to really come across as great, especially if what you're doing is something that you have thought about quite a lot and that you can talk about clearly and that doesn't affect you emotionally. That's the kind of thing that will pull you through the day. So try and hitch your wagon to that kind of thing, some sort of work or daily routine, or go with what you usually do. It's better than just freeing yourself up and going on an emotional kind of downward spiral. Like for instance, if you today have the choice between, okay, I'm going to rest up to recharge my batteries or I'm going to do work, then do work, because the resting up, recharging your batteries isn't really going to happen. If anything, there's more emotional, extreme feelings that drain you. And instead of letting that happen, try and feed yourself by working and by feeling proud of the work that you do, and do something you care about that strengthens other people and yourself. And that's the best way forward. That's the way to happiness. Yellow and yellow. So have a wonderful time. Make sure you do communicate. And that, like I said, involves many, many different ways. It can be writing an article. It can be going for a job interview. It can be telling your family that you're gay. It can be that kind of thing, especially because you take the feeling out of it. And that kind of thing is a hugely emotional experience. It takes a lot of courage. Have a wonderful day. If you'd like a personal reading, please get in touch with me via the website, gregoryscott.com. We have the coupon code Spring Special for 25% off all priority and emergency sessions. If you want to speak to me at the moment and you don't want to wait, that's why I'm putting that discount on, because I think a lot of people are a little bit uncertain. And yeah, if anything, the readings are meant to give you clarity. I use the tarot, astrology, and numerology. It can show me your life purpose, your vocational aptitudes, what's destined for you, and where you have free will. And the astrology, these divination systems, they sit in the middle and they kind of look at what's destined for you and what you can do to change those things. And it's part of accepting what is and part of putting your own stamp on your life and saying, well, I want to do this. If you have any questions about what to do next, love, career, finance, whatever's coming up in future, compatibility, or where to live, then please do get in touch with me for a personal reading via the website. If you like this tarot reading, then please share it online and hit the subscribe button. Have a great day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.